Okay, so accessibility, everyone. This is really important too. What is accessibility? It's accessibility to your vehicle and people who have challenges being able to access. And this is what we're talking about today. Let me just move this over because it's blocking some of the text here for me. And so I wanted to make sure. Okay, so Vibe Rides accessibility compliance. It's really important. One of our policies, as you've read, and it's on our viberides.com website, is we do not discriminate in any manner whatsoever. We have zero tolerance in regards to discrimination, and in regards to discrimination with accessibility challenges, people with accessibility challenges, and of course, those individuals who have animals to guide them along. There is zero tolerance in regards to that as well. And we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about accessibility compliance altogether, and we needed to make sure we shared that with you so you have an understanding, of course, because we want to be accessible. Vibe Rides is accessible. It's our culture, it's who we are, and we will do what we can for the community. We will do what we can for drivers and, of course, for our riders when absolutely possible. So drivers must comply with all applicable state, federal, and local laws governing the transportation of riders with disabilities. Really important to us as a company, and of course as part of the community in regards to this. So violating those laws constitutes a breach of the Vibe Rides Services Agreement. Drivers are expected to accommodate riders using walkers, canes, folding wheelchairs, or other assistive devices to the maximum extent feasible. Of course, you do what you can, but always remember, this could be your grandmother, this could be your mom, this could be your sister, this could be your brother. Anyone who needs assistance should be able to count on you, on us as a company, on you as a driver, to help them to the best way that you possibly can. And a report of unlawful discrimination will result in the temporary deactivation of a driver's account while Vibe Rides reviews the incident. And confirmed violation of the law with respect to the rider's disabilities result in permanent loss of a driver's access to the platform. So yes, we take discrimination very, very seriously, and we needed to share this with you so that you were up to date with our compliance policies. And of course, you can always access all of our policies on viberides.com. Please review them so you are aware on how our policies work. Guiding a rider who has low vision or is blind. Okay, because some people just have really low vision. Everything is really blurry to them, or they're actually blind. So you have to be aware of your environment. So be aware of the passenger's abilities and get out of the car in case they do need assistance. So of course, I've been in situations where the driver doesn't even look back. They don't even say hello. So they're not aware of their rider. Some of them don't even ask your name because of safety, and we've gone through safety protocols as well. You should most definitely acknowledge your rider, and if they do have disabilities, you should try to be aware, and the only way you can do that is to look over to see, or when you're pulling up, if they happen to be in front, to the side, or wherever they may be aware of who you are picking up. That's really, really important, not only for safety, and it's a courtesy, and of course, if they have any type of disability. Be mindful and polite of the words you use as well, okay? Approach them in a friendly manner and offer to guide them to the car. So if you see someone with a disability, they may have a cane, they may have a scooter, they may have a wheelchair, get out of the vehicle. And you're going to do that, hopefully, as part of customer service, even when they have baggage. So you want to make sure, because they're putting them in the trunk of your car. So be aware of that and approach them and ask them, because Believe it or not, there's some individuals who have assistive devices that don't necessarily need or want the help. They're very self-sufficient, but not everyone is. But what's a great courtesy, and it's a human nature, and it's an amazing thing to ask them if they do need assistance. So you can approach them and ask them first. Of course, as I said, some may not want or need assistance, but kindly letting them know that you are there to assist is helpful. You can offer your arm to help guide them. So, have them basically, sometimes individuals with low vision or blind just need guidance. They need to be guided through, and that's all they basically need. So that will suffice. Let them know what you are doing and what is around them. So let them know that there's a step coming up. Let them know that, we're going up the steps or down the curbs of stairs, steps, and curbs. Just, be their eyes for them for that moment. That's how you're going to be able to assist them. Guiding a rider who uses assistive devices. Some passengers with wheelchairs are able to use standard vehicles with assistance. So what means is a standard vehicle doesn't need a ramp. You don't need any special equipment. All you have to do is be able to fit the device into your vehicle. And of course, nowadays, everything gets folded down. And if you can't do that, of course, we'll find a way in regards to getting them or being helpful in regard to that. But the odds are that most individuals that are taking a standard vehicle are aware that they can't fit a wheelchair into a standard vehicle unless it folds. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to be foldable. Getting out of the car to offer assistance if necessary, offering help with their wheelchair will be appreciated. Absolutely. Ask the passenger before assisting them with stowing their wheelchair or assistive device. So remember, these individuals, this is how they live day to day. So their service animal, their cane, their wheelchair, their scooter, it's an extension of them. This is who they are. This is what they have on a daily basis. It's part of their daily routine. It's their life. And it's their lifeline in some cases. This is how they get around. So they're very protective over that. So be very gentle with the equipment, and please ask them first on how they want it stowed, because they'll have particular ways they'd like it stowed. Never hesitate to ask questions or for clarity, or if you're unsure. So it's best to ask before you attempt to do anything. I'm sure they're going to give you some guidance on making it as easy as possible for you. But of course, like I said, it's an extension of them. Give them the courtesy to ask them how they want their equipment handled. Service animal policy. Again, we have a service animal policy, and it's zero tolerance in regards to this. State and federal law prohibit drivers using the Vibe Rides app from denying service to riders with service animals because of the service animals, and from otherwise discriminating against riders with service animals. So it's the law, and we are very, very serious in regards to this. So please follow through on our policies. And of course, it's federal law. As explained in Vibe Ride service animal policy, drivers who engage in discriminatory conduct in violation of this legal obligation will lose their ability to use the Vibe Rides driver app. Service animals are allowed to travel with the passenger on the floor of the back seat of the car. And that's pretty, service animals are very, very, very intelligent. Animals are intelligent altogether, of course, but service animals are trained to do just that, to service their owner, to make sure they guide them accordingly. And so they will be sitting in the back seat. That actually they don't sit on the back seat. They usually sit on the floor, but be very, very gentle and courteous and respectful of those individuals who have service animals. They are allowed in the vehicle, and they're pretty much behaved. As well as I do know, just like any assistive device, they don't like to be petted unless they are telling you it's okay. So if you're excited because you have a service animal and you go to reach out to pet it, I would advise not doing that unless you ask permission. Most of the time, they are pretty good with that. But again, this is an extension of them. This is their world. So you need to be able to be respectful of that and ask them for permission if you are really wanting to pet this animal.